Hey y'all, Iric Guy here, and this is the 2017 Volkswagen Passat SEL Premium, and I wanted to provide a follow-up review video after driving this car, the 2017 Passat SEL Premium, for a few days. Now, one of the things I've noticed, and one of my favorite features, is the gas mileage. The gas mileage, even driving somewhat rough around town, a mix of town and highway, I've gotten well over 28 miles per gallon. And most times I observe over 30. So the gas mileage is great, despite it being despite the fact that it's a turbocharged four-cylinder engine. I haven't noticed any problems with that. A lot of people were concerned, and they're like, I don't know if it's got enough power, it's just a four-cylinder. But to take this thing out on the highway, to accelerate, to pass cars, it feels plenty powerful for me. Now obviously it's not a true sports car, but with that being said, I think that you may find, after driving the Passat, that you may find even with a four-cylinder, that it seems to have a lot more get up and go than a lot of Japanese cars, American cars, etc., that are in the same price point. So, you know, the fact that it's a sedan with a roomy back seat and it can still perform as well as it does, that's a huge plus in my opinion. Where I really notice the performance, just driving around, if you want to make a turn, the turning is super nice. I mean, you can turn around. I mean, it's amazing how well it turns. This particular one, I've got all the sensors. Those are nice without being overly complicated. I know there's a lot of vehicle manufacturers that have the features for sensing other vehicles, and some of them even have cameras that can see the car as if it's a camera above the car. There's a lot of way out there features that are almost so technologically advanced that they become confusing for the average consumer to know how to use them. Even if their vehicle may be equipped with that, they probably don't know how to use it. And that's what I like about the technology in the VW. It's there, it works, it pops up, it's not overly complicated. I mean, if I'm pulling up to a curb, for example, my front motion sensors, they'll start beeping and I can see a little distance gauge, which is super handy. The same thing if I'm backing up. It's very intuitive, and that's you know, I'm a technological nerd, but if I wasn't, you know, I would feel comfortable recommending this car to someone that may possess a minimal amount of technological understanding. So, you know, that being said, the technology's there. It's not overly complicated. From my experience, it works well, and it requires a minimal learning curve. So with that being said, you know, the handling is nice, the gas mileage is great. Obviously the overall comfort of the vehicle, you know, having my particular model having heated seats front and rear. In the front, I've got lumbar support, feels really nice. I'd have to check my sticker, but I'm not sure if I got real leather or if I got the leatherette, the fake leather. But whatever it is, it feels good. You know, I don't know if it's, I'd have to double check to see if it's real leather or fake. That stuff to me doesn't matter. What matters is that it's not a cloth interior. I'm not a big fan of a cloth interior vehicle. This feels really nice. One of the mildly disappointing things that I've discovered is the remote start feature, because this particular vehicle has remote start, so you can lock it and you can start it from the key fob. The disappointing aspect of that is if I do remotely start it, when I get in the vehicle, as soon as I open the door, it turns the engine off. And I performed a lot of research and found out that's by design. It's to better prevent someone from, if you remotely start your car, from a thief hopping in and driving off. But it seems to me that since this detects that I'm at the vehicle and I'm in the vehicle and I can drive and this, that, and the other, by having this key fob, wouldn't it be possible for them to enable remote start, but if someone without a key fob got in, that it would turn it off? Why turn it off for the vehicle owner, the driver that has a key fob in their pocket? That's a small complaint. The sunroof that's on this feels really good. It's easy to open and close. Again, everything in here, the instrumentation, in my opinion, is top-notch. It's not overly complicated, but there's a ton of features that are available. This did come with navigation. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of navigation because I've got it built into my iPhone. I'd prefer to use that. And that's one of the coolest features. If you're an iPhone user, or an Android user for that matter, in my case I use iPhone, but I get Apple CarPlay. So I plug in with a USB cable, and my dash basically becomes a big iPhone. So I can use Apple Maps, I can use several apps that are CarPlay compatible: Pandora, Spotify, podcast. I love podcasts. If you don't have an unlimited cellular data plan, something really cool to do is download podcasts to your iPhone, and then when you're driving, listen to those podcasts because they're already pre-downloaded to your iPhone. Just a great way to entertain yourself during the commute. The back seats in this, something I discovered is that they will open and it exposes the trunk area, so if you're having to haul something that's a little bit larger, it would be possible to let the back seats forward and have extra amount of room for the for hauling something. So that's a huge convenience. As far as design's concerned, it looks good in my opinion. I mean, it's not obviously it's not the fanciest looking vehicle on the road, but that's something with German vehicles in general, is that they typically don't have, with a German vehicle, it's a minimalist design, but it's all about the performance. And that's the thing I like most about this car, is how connected to the road I feel when I drive it. It feels safe, it gets good gas mileage, it's comfortable, and obviously for the price point, in my opinion, I think it would be hard for one to look at other vehicles in this category at this price point and find something that would be better. So that being said, I really like it, and I don't have run flat tires. I've just got the regular, I guess those are sport tires, but they're not the run flats. I hate run flats because they get expensive to replace. I had them on a few of my BMWs, and they get expensive. But this has a spare tire in the trunk, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, after a few days driving the Passat 2017 SEL Premium Passat, I couldn't be happier. I mean, no complaints so far. My only minor complaint was the fact that that remote start turns off when I get to the vehicle. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's intuitive. The interface for everything, and I don't know. Tell me what you think, and be sure to subscribe. YouTube.com/iRickSky. And share this video and any of my videos with others. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, iRickSky here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.